Hi students, so this lecture for BBA second sem on corporate accounting. In the last class we saw some methods. It means what's how to calculate the value of the shares. Okay, so we started the yield methods. Under that, so many methods are there. There are three these main methods: the valuation based on rate of return, valuation based on price earning ratio, and the valuation based on productivity factor. Okay, so we started this first one, which is the valuation based on rate of return. So under this, again there are two methods: valuation based on rate of dividend and the valuation based on rate of earning. So in the last class we saw the valuation based on rate of dividend. Okay, and in this class we will see the valuation based on rate of earning. We will see in this class. Okay, so now see this valuation based on rate of earning. Okay, so it means what, according to this method, valuation is based on rate of earnings, and this method is more particularly suitable for valuing large block of shares, as the shareholders are interested in earnings of the company but not in the amount of dividend distributed by the company. Okay, so rate of earnings, so it means what's the investor earn the money from the invested money. Okay, and those who are the equity shareholders, these equity shareholders are interested to earn the money, not the dividend to earn from the company. Okay, they are interested to earn the money. Okay, so and when there is a more block of assets, there are so many shares are there. Okay, so the big block is there. Okay, so at that time, see this valuation based on rate of earning, this method is used. Okay, so under this method, how to calculate the value of shares. So this is the formula. So for the calculation of the value of share, paid up value per shares into expected rate of earnings divided by normal rate of earnings. Okay, so in the problem, if they will give a problem, in that problem they will mention the paid up value per share. Okay, what's the paid up value per share? It means what, the 15,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Okay, so this 10 each is nothing but the paid up value per shares. Okay, and this expected rate of earnings we have to ascertain. Okay, if it is not given this expected rate of earnings now, then we have to ascertain. So now how to ascertain this expected rate of earnings? Profit available to equity shareholders into 100 divided by paid up equity share capital. Okay, so this is the formula for the ascertainment of the expected rate of earnings. Okay, so this profit available to equity shareholders, they will mention in the problem. Otherwise, if it is not given a particular profit available to the equity shareholders, then you have to find out that profits. Okay, so in next slides, just see the problem related the valuation based on the rate of earning. So see, the following is the information available in respect of Aditi Company Limited. Okay, so this Aditi Company Limited is the information is there here. So now see, 1500 10% preference shares of rupees 100 each, rupees 1,50,000. Okay, so this is the preference shares are there on this 1,50,000. It means 1500 preference shares are there, and each share price is rupees 100. So 1,50,000, it's the share preference share capital. Okay, so for these preference shareholders, the 10%, okay, the 10% is mentioned here. So this 10% is nothing but the dividend to the shareholders. Okay, so next, 37,500 equity shares of rupees 10 each and rupees 8 paid up. Okay, so rupees 3 lakh. Okay, so 37,500 equity shares are there, and each share price is rupees 10. Out of this 10, 8 only paid up, so it's rupees 3 lakh. Okay, next, expected profit for the year before tax, rupees 1,87,500. Okay, so at the end of the year, they got the profit is rupees 1,87,500 before tax. Okay, before paying the tax or before paying any reserves. Okay, before it is the total profit 1,87,500. Okay, so it is not the net profit. Okay, so now see the rate of income tax, it's a 40%. So out of this profit, no, we have to pay the rate of income rupees 40%. Okay, it's a 40% we have to pay out of this 1,87,500. Okay, then transfer to general reserve every year, it's a 20% of the profit. Okay, and the normal rate earnings, it's a 16%. So this 20% of profit general reserve means what, So now see this, we got the profit is 1,87,500. Out of this profit you have to minus the 40% tax, and whatever the remaining amount is nothing but the profit. From that also you have to minus again what's 20% for the general reserve. Okay, for the future purpose it is required this general reserve, it's a 20%. Okay, and the normal rate of earnings while calculating what's the value of shares, you have to use that 16%. Okay, so with the help of this information we have to calculate what's the value of shares. Okay, so now see, first of all we should know what's the profit available to equity shareholders. Now how to calculate the profit available to equity shareholders? First of all we have to take the expected profit for the year before tax, it's a 1,87,500. just see here, expected profit for the year before income tax, it's a 1,87,500 less whatever this profit is there. From this profit we have to minus this 40% tax. Okay, so here mention under tax here, okay, rate of income tax, it's a 40%. so this 40% we have to minus on this 1,87,500. the total is what's the 75,000, it's the income tax we have to pay. After minusing this 75,000 from this 1,87,500, remaining amount is what's 1,12,500 is nothing but the profit, but after tax. Okay, so now from this profit you have to minus that general reserve, which is the 20% in this given in the problem. So see here, it's transfer to general reserve every year, it's a 20%. Okay, so just minus it from this 1,12,500, remaining the total is what's the 20,500. so this 20,500 you have to minus from this 1,12,500, remaining amount will be the 90,000, and so this is nothing but the profit. Okay, after the income tax and the reserve. Okay, so now again we have to minus the dividend. Okay, so dividend on the share capital. Okay, so what's the share capital here? Preference share capital 1,50,000. on this 1,50,000 you have to minus this 10%. Okay, so it's a 15,000 you have to minus from this 90,000 profit. Total will be the profit available to the equity shareholders is 75,000. Okay, so now we got the profits available to equity shareholders. Okay, so with the help of these informations now we have to ascertain the expected rate of dividend. Okay, expected rate of dividend. so now see this, calculate the expected rate of dividend earnings or the dividend. First of all, earnings is equal to what's the profit available to equity shareholders into 100 divided by paid up equity share capital. Okay, so this profit available to equity shareholders is 75,000 divided by paid up share capital is related to the equity only, it's the equity. Okay, don't take in the preference shares, it's related to only equity shareholders. Okay, so this 3 lakh, it's the share capital into 100, the 25% is nothing but the expected rate of earning. So now this expected rate of earning you have to put into the value of shares for the calculation of the value of shares. So value of shares is equal to paid up value per shares into expected rate of earnings divided by normal rate of earnings. Okay, so 8 into 25, 8 it's a paid up value per shares. Here is given in the problem the paid up value of equity shares. Okay, paid up value of equity shares. So see here, it's 37,500 equity shares of rupees 10 each, rupees 8 paid. Okay, so this 8 is nothing but the paid up value per shares. Okay, and into expected rate of earnings already we ascertained this 25% divided by normal rate, it's a 16. Okay, so you will get the 12.50, it's a value of shares. Okay, so like this you have to calculate the value of shares under the what's the expected rate in valuation based on the rate of earning. Okay, so all of you note down this problem and just try to understand. Okay, thank you.